Move over Lost Box. Zoroark is the new best single prize deck from Paldea Evolved. What is going on, everybody? Hitmon Channing here, back again with another Pokemon trading card game online deck tech. Today, we're in PTCG Live taking a look at Zoroark. Zoroark is a deck that's been around for a while with that Phantom Transformation ability. It lets you choose a stage 1 from your discard pile and swap it with Zoroark. And then you discard all attached cards and then put like that new Pokemon in place. So Zoroark can be used with a bunch of different attackers, and it never really had legs to stand on until now with the addition of Reversal Energy. Reversal Energy is brand new from Paldea Evolved. It reads, as long as a card is attached to Pokemon, it provides one colorless energy. However, if you have more prize cards remaining to your opponent, and if this card is attached to an evolution Pokemon that is non-rule box, so a stage 1, stage 2 that isn't a V-Star or an EX or whatever, this card provides every type of energy, but provides 3 energy at a time. So you can attach Reversal Energy and have 3 of any energy attached to your Pokemon as long as it's an evolution and you're behind on prizes. Now, when you're playing a single prize deck like Zoroark, that can go into a bunch of different Pokemon, and it can, you know, it can transform to any Pokemon, and it's stage 1. This is the perfect match. It is a match made in heaven, if you may. So I have my Zoroark box list here, and it's really cool. I was inspired by I've been working on my own list for a while, and then I saw in the recent late night, there was a late night tournament. I don't know what kind of, like, which one it was. I will find the player though and link them in the description to Limitless, to where I found the list that I was kind of inspired of, that gave me some really good ideas as to what kinds of cards to include in the list. So there's a lot of different attackers right here, but I have a 4-4 line of Zoroark and Zorua, as well as a 3-3-1 line of Kirlia to use Refinement to discard some Pokemon, draw some cards, and the one is a Gallade with Buddy Catch that will let us search our deck for a supporter and put it into our hand once per turn. And now for the great part of the deck, which is the attackers. There's a lot of different attackers in this deck that all have a very specific purpose, and I'm going to explain to you what they are. First, Cetitan. This is a brand new card from Paldea Evolved as well. Really awesome artwork on it, and its special horn attack for 1 Reversal Energy. Does 80 plus 140 if this Pokemon has any special energy attached. Reversal Energy is a special energy, so you're going to be doing 220 damage for a single attachment on this Cetitan. Now we have Hisuian Arcanine for 1 Reversal Energy with Scorching Horn that does 80 plus 80 more if your opponent's active, or if you have any fire energy attached to this Pokemon. Since Reversal Energy counts as fire energies, you're going to be doing 160, and you also get to burn your opponent, but this is especially good against, obviously, fighting weak Pokemon such as Regieleki VMAX or Arceus V-Star predominantly. Now we also have 1 Hisuian Zoroark in here with that Doom Curse attack, which can attack for free. You don't even need to attach energy to it. This is, I was thinking of cutting this card until I actually I found out why it was here. I started using it a lot. It has that Doom Curse attack, which will, you know, it says at the end of your opponent's next turn, defending Pokemon is just knocked out. It's very good for stalling out a turn and forcing your opponent to have specific cards, which in the late game can be very difficult for them to do if you can just Doom Curse them and they don't have their switches. If they overextended their switching cards or their energies to retreat, you can just Hisuian Zoroark them and not get a free knockout and also stall out a turn. Now we also have this Mismagius from Silver Tempest, which I think is actually really important in this deck. Spiteful Magic is an ability that says if this Pokemon is at full HP and knocked out by damage from an attack, you put 8 damage counters on the attacking Pokemon. This is especially good against Lost Box, which I'll explain in a minute, and against any other deck, again, to stall out a turn. Spiteful Magic, they attack into you, they take 80 damage, and then you can go in with Cetitan next turn and knock them out for a Reversal Energy. That's going to be a total of like 300 damage. So you can knock out most V-Stars and almost knock out a bunch of EXs. And Eerie Voice, its attack is really strong for 1 Psychic Energy or 1 Luminous Energy, because that counts for every type. You can put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Now that's really important that you're putting 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon for the Lost Box matchup specifically, because Electivire from Brilliant Stars with the high voltage current attack will do 50 damage to each of your opponent's Pokemon for 1 Reversal Energy. So 50 plus 20 from the Eerie Voice of Mismagius is 70, which is enough to knock out a Comfey. So your goal against Lost Box, board wipe them out. And now the only challenge with that is their usage of Manaphy, but you're really going to try and discard that early or play Electivire first so they hopefully don't see it coming. Then just chain Mismagius till you get a full board wipe on them. But that's usually your goal with Lost Zone matchups. That's why those cards are in there. We also have, obviously, one Manaphy ourselves to protect us against Grit Ninja. And then we have a Flapple with the Acidic Mucus attack. This attack is really good because it's 50 for each of your opponent's Pokemon that have an ability in play. A lot of decks are running a lot of abilities, so this is really good against decks like Gardevoir, which all their Pokemon have abilities most of the time. So you're gonna be hitting for 250 or even 300. Then you can just go in with Mismagius and clean up, taking a knockout on like Gardevoir EX, for example. In the late game. We also have a Mabosstiff. This is a really cool card I didn't have in my original list, but one of the many inspirations that I got from this tournament list. With the Intimidating Howl ability, it lets you switch out one of your opponent's active to the bench. Your opponent chooses the new active. So it's basically like a half Escape Rope, where your opponent chooses a new active Pokemon. This is really good, though, if you're trying to obviously get something out of the active that your opponent doesn't want, or your opponent wants there, so something that you can't knock out, but you might be able to knock out later. And also really good into Gardevoir, because Wild Tackle for one reversal does 160, which is enough to knock out Gardevoir EX or a Mewtwo V Union in one shot. Mightyena, very good. It can attack for free with Wild Tackle if your opponent has a VMAX in play. It just destroys Mew VMAX. Perfect. And our last Zoro box attacker is Slowbro with that Twilight Inspiration attack. It has, you know, for 2 colorless, if your opponent has 1 prize remaining, you take 2 prizes. And because we only play single prize Pokemon in this deck, more often than not, they're only taking 1 prize at a time. So you can just, you know, Twilight Inspiration for the game if you're training somewhat favorably against them. Trainer-wise, we're rocking 1 Switch and 1 Escape Rope to make sure we don't get trapped in the active spot. And then supporters is where it gets a little bit funky. We're playing, well, I'll go for Pokemon Search first. We have 3 Level Ball, as well as 3 Nest Ball to get all our basics. And then we have 4 VIP Pass for the early turns to help us as well. And this also acts really well as Kirlia Refinement Fodder. Now we also are playing 1 Ultra Ball because you do want to be able to discard Pokemon that you have in your hand if you don't have Kirlias. And this combos really well with our first funky supporter, Arezu. Arezu hasn't really been seen in competitive play, but it's really good in this deck because you just search for 3 evolution Pokemon. So you can search for example, Attacker, a Zoroark, and a Kirlia. Evolve your Pokemon, discard the Attacker with Kirlia, and then switch into it, attach and attack. So Arezu is like an all-in-one kind of card to get you exactly what you need at any given turn. So very, very strong. We also have 2 Zinnia's Resolve in here, which is another incredible supporter because this deck likes to draw a lot of cards. So if you're drawing a bunch of cards, you can play Zinnia and draw, I don't know, you draw 6 cards more often than not, and you discard 2 Pokemon from your hand, so you can discard 2 of your attackers. We're also playing 1 Serena to act as a boss / discarding card, 2 Iono to hopefully brick our opponent during the later turns so we can get a leg up on them, 1 Boss's Orders, and a Pal Pad to shuffle all those supporters back when we need them. We have 3 copies of Artazon, which will let us get any basic Pokemon from our deck right onto our bench whenever we need it. Well, we have the stadium in play anyway. Then, of course, we have 4 Reversal and 4 Luminous Energy. I do have some changes I want to make to my list that I haven't tested, but I will go over those throughout the video and the end of the video, so please stay tuned for that. And without further ado, Reversal Energy and Zoroark finally have their time to shine. We're gonna get into some games and hopefully get some dubs. We get to call a coin flip here. Tails never fails is what I always say. And it was heads, so my opponent gets to start, but that's okay. Getting supporter on first turn isn't the worst thing in the world. We're just gonna get to see if they decide to go first or not, and what happens otherwise. They're gonna go first, so we're gonna get to see what we're playing and see what our Zoro box can do against that deck. We have a really solid start here. I'll bring that Zoro up, and I'll just wait. They're gonna mulligan. They got metals. This is Dialga. Dialga shouldn't be too terrible. It shouldn't be too bad at all. If they don't have Manaphy, we can eternally spread attack them. Thing is they can take 2 turns in a row, which is bad for us, but we might be okay. We'll take that mulligan for sure. Zoroark is awesome. And now it's their turn to start. Thankfully, we have VIP and Nest Ball, so we're going to be able to get quite a lot of Pokemon down. There's a Q-Fint as well, so it is like a metal box then. It's not straight Dialga. It might not even be Dialga, which is good for us. I don't want to face Dialga. Yeah, we just want to kind of start with VIP, check what's in the deck. We're going to grab 2 of these. We have Flapple, Cetitan, Electivire, Zoroark, Mabosstiff, Mightyena. We have 3 Kirlias. All of our Zoroarks are there. We are missing, we have Slowbro, but we're missing someone, I think. Missing Mightyena. No, we have Mightyena. Who are we missing then? I know we're missing someone. Mismagius we're missing. We are missing an Iono. We are missing a Level Ball. We're missing a Super Rod, an Artazon, and 2 reversals. That's rough. That's going to be a tough one for us, but that's okay. We will grab another Ralts right onto the bench, and then we're just going to pass from there. Now, I'm kind of thinking it really does depend on what our opponent's playing. We only have 2 reversals, so we're really going to need to abuse our opponent's ability Pokemon. This might be just a Copper Raja deck, a Metal-type Copper Raja deck. Copper Raja is really strong. It has, what's it called? That Bronze Body ability, so it takes 30 less damage from our attacks, but its Nosequake will spread damage to their bench. So that's not terrible for us. They have a bit of a slow start, which gives us some time to set up, which is very good. But the Zorua is awesome, so we're going to double Level Ball here and grab 2 Kirlias. Start drawing some cards, and if they're taking knockouts, then we are happy with that. Thankfully, Flapple lets us, we don't want you, we don't this one. Flapple lets us apply early pressure as well. So if we can get a Flapple down, then we can actually start hitting this Copper Raja for a little bit of damage. Start off with Slowbro in the discard. I think that's important to get there. Then we'll Refinement and we'll get rid of Hisuian Arcanine. Also important. And I think this is good just to pass here. 2 Kirlia is really good to have. If they take a knockout here, I'm fine with that because I'll have some options. There's a single attachment. There's a Colress, so no hand disruption is good for us. This is a pretty decent hand to sit on for another turn or so. Hopefully finding a Zinnia or something else this next turn. They probably got their Rare Candy Magnemite now. That Colress is seeing a lot of cards. And they have a Nest Ball here. Going to grab something else. Brilliant Serena is interesting. It changes our game plan a little bit. But I'm not super worried. I mean, they can heal that damage from the Nosequake, but that's going to be it. Perfect. More time to set up. I do love my setup time. What happened to you, Kirlia? We'll use your Refinement first. Get rid of Cetitan. Draw more cards. So this is Zorua. I'll Refinement away this VIP. Get more cards. Now, I'm going to end the turn. I don't want to play any more Zoruas because I do know they play Avery, and Avery is going to hurt a lot. But if they can knock us out, I'd be kind of fine with that. Okay, no thing this turn. No, what's it called? What's the word I'm looking for? No Avery this turn, which is good for us. So we can do a bunch of damage with Cetitan. Yeah, we can do a bunch of damage with Cetitan here. And then try and just continuously, like, we can Flapple them down. We'll see what we can do. We'll see what we can do. I do want to start Electiviring, if I can find it. That would be nice. Definitely would be nice. We could if we... Oh, Buddy Catch Gallade wasn't in deck either. That's the one I was missing. There's a Nosequake. So there's the knockout on Zorua. A-okay with me. You can take your prize. No problem, my friend. No problem. We can bring up our Zorua. Luminous is good. I think it's fine to get rid of a Zorua here. Artazon, Nest Ball. Probably better to get rid of the Nest Ball. VIP Level Ball. I definitely think we should be getting an attack off this turn. But what can we do? Probably Cetitan's Special Horn is the best. Because next turn, maybe we'll be able to Flapple it up. So I'll Zoroark here. Phantom Transformation. Well, Cetitan. Another Cetitan. And I do want a Super Rod so I can get 2 of the Zoruas and Zoroark back. Yeah, and Zoroark back for sure. I'll Nest Ball and grab our other Zoroark. Reversal on our Cetitan. And we're going to be doing 190. That sounds about right. Iono, not really needed right now. And I think that's all I want to do. Yeah, I think we'll just Cetitan here, and that'll be it. Now, next turn, if we find our reversal, we'll actually be able to Cetitan once more, which isn't the worst thing, and then we can knock out Caparaja. Yeah, they're going to Elegant Heal, that's okay. Their Nosequake is slowly going to whittle away. I would have also liked to do a Electivire, start Electiviring as much as I could, but in hindsight, that's not exactly the best idea because they have Radiant Serena to basically retroactively like healing that Nosequake damage. So it's not the worst thing, but they can take a knockout here. We just need to find our reversal energy and then find them off the prizes. That's all we need to do in order to kind of pull ahead a little bit. Yeah, it's basically you're playing like 4D chess. That's what this deck is. There's that Nosequake, so they're going to do a lot of damage to themselves and to us. We can also save the Electivire to surprise them out of nowhere, but I'm hoping that we can find our one reversal energy remaining in the deck. Flapple in here is good as well. Flapple doesn't quite get us the KO though, because it's 100 total damage. Sorry, 200 total damage minus 30. No, it does get us a knockout. What am I saying? What am I saying? So we're fine for the knockout here. Get Flapple. I think I do want to grab Arezu for now. And grab Zoroark. Actually, we don't need Zoroark just yet. I'll grab Electivire this Zoroark. And is Mabosstiff worth grabbing right now? No, probably this Zoroark is just worth getting. We'll get rid of Hisuian Zoroark for now. That's fine. Play this Zoroark. Phantom Transformation. It's minus. Yeah, I think I'm right. I'm gonna grab Flapple. Flapple says hello. 170 is enough. Perfect. So we can Luminous on you, Flapple. Do I want to grab anything else? I don't think I do just yet. In the fear, I don't see any spread happening. So yeah, in fear of Avery, don't really need to. We can Caparaja, get him out of here. Grab 2 prizes. Hopefully a reversal energy. Perfect. That's actually both really good prizes. Mismagius is going to be pretty decent. Zamazenta is going to be able to come through with Revenge Blast to Revenge Blast us. But like, if we play our cards right, which we should be able to do from here, we literally just let them keep attacking us until we can Slowbro for game, and that's basically it. It's fairly straightforward from here. The first knockout's the hardest. There's that Avery that I was scared of, so that's pretty good to get out of the way. They're going to heal, and I should just be able to Flapple because they evolved their Caparaja this next turn anyway. So I'm not mad at all. This is like perfectly fine. At the end of the day, Flapple's so good because you can just keep doing Flapple over and over and over again, and there's like nothing that they can, there's nothing they can do. I think we were playing the hand very well. There's Revenge Blast, Knockout, that's fine. Oh, they're actually going to go ahead and prize us too, so we could just reversal once again, but I don't really want to. I don't think it's really worth it. Pal Pad, don't really need right now. I'll check the discard. 2, we have the other Zorua in deck, so we'll grab them from there. Grab Zoroark, and this is the beauty of playing Zorobox. It's just so simple. We're doing 200 with Flapple, so we can get Flapple ready. How much are you doing? 200? Wonderful. You can have that Luminous Energy then. We will Kirlia, get rid of this. I think it's actually probably proper time to Super Rod now. Yeah, we can get these 2. We have another Zoroark in hand, so these 2 and this guy should be enough for the game. We will Kirlia once again. And then just Acidic Mucus, 200 damage. And we can knock up easy peasy, get more reversal energies. We can also start powering up Slowbro on the bench. I don't see them taking a multi-KO though, so I'm not super worried. Yeah, it seems like it would be okay. It's another Chorus. I'm just like, I don't want them to boss up Slowbro prematurely. They just need to take 2 KOs and then we're fine. Getting over a Candy and Ultra Ball, that's okay. I'll just give them Kirlia this next turn, and then we should be fine. I'll bench another Zorua. The couple Zoruas I can get on the bench. They're gonna LED heal, that's okay. Like, I don't really mind any of that. The easy Giga Magnet to attack here. I mean, I hope they get it. I'm rooting for them genuinely because I want them to attack us. And they have that Copper Raja up. And now we just basically 2 turns until the win. There's a Nosequake. They can do their damage. Take out our Flapple. And that's okay. I'll bring Kirlia up. It's Mightyena. Artazon first and foremost. I want to grab a Zorua. I want to grab another Zorua if possible too. Get rid of Mightyena. Get rid of this Kirlia, isn't really going to be needed. Play Arezu. I'll just grab these out of the deck. We have Iono, so we can just recycle. And that's all I want. That is all that I want right now. Unless they have a mysterious play here that I'm not noticing, we do just have game in hand. If they take a knockout, of course. If they take a knockout. Another Metal Energy on Magnezone. And Elegant Heal to be expected. And show me that Nosequake, baby. I'm all about that Nosequake. And there it is. That is the game for us. They are taking the knockout on our Kirlia. They get to draw 1 prize. And just like that, we go into Zorua. We Zoroark. Make sure that our Slowbro PAL is in there. We evolve into Slowbro. There you are. Welcome back, Slowbro. We have missed you. Reversal Energy. Twilight Inspiration. And boom. 2 prizes. Right into our hand. And that is the game against Copper Raja. Our opponent is calling the coin flip. They chose heads. So tails is never going to fail us. And just like that, we get to go first, which is awesome. So we're going to go first. And we're going to see what we are up against here. Rough start, I won't lie. This isn't a great start for us. Next turn will be good with the Zinnia, but there's a Ralts. This is for us. Yeah, we just have to pass here. There's nothing else we can do. There is nothing else that we can do here. Isn't the Ralts coming down? Maybe that'll just be it for them too. That's just it for them as well. Okay. Could be playing against Gardevoir. Could also be playing against a Zoroark deck. But what I want to do first is Zinnia. And we just got 2 cards, which isn't too bad. But I can Level Ball for a Zorua. I can also Level Ball for a Kirlia. Now I should probably check what we have. We have most of our attackers. We're missing Flap. No, we have Flapple, Mismagius. We're missing. I don't know if we're missing anything. Can't tell. We're missing Switch for sure. Missing 1 VIP. What else are we missing? We're missing 2 Luminous. Okay, good to know. Good to know. So you can evolve up here, and we can start getting some draws going. Let's card that VIP. Draw some more. That's pretty solid. I'm happy with that turn. Like, there's not much I need to do here. We could be versing Zoroark as well, so that's going to be a rough match to do because you want them to take a knockout first. And if there's a rare candy, okay, so they're playing Gardevoir, at least. Maybe. Their list could be different than mine, right? Their Zoroark's list could be different than mine. And I just couldn't, I might not know it. There's a level ball, so we're going to get to see the true colors of this deck shine right now. And finally learn what we are up against. I'm very curious. I saw the Zoroark coin, so that's why I thought it was Zoroark as well. But it could just be a poor start Gardevoir. Them grabbing the Kirlia kind of tells me that it's just Gardevoir with a bad hand, but I still can't tell you for sure. Like, this is just Gardevoir cards. Oh yeah, okay, so it's definitely Gardevoir, so there's a union piece. That's very good for us. Changes a lot of things with our matchup. We go for a Mabosstiff and Mightyena and kind of just win the game. We try and knock out their union when they bring it into play. Hopefully our guys are evolved enough so they can't take too many KOs with Psysplosion. But if it's Reversal Guardy, this is also going to be hard because we both want to stay behind in prizes. So we're going to see what happens. I'm hoping to go for an Electivire play soon, though. There's Mightyena. We do want to Refinement away Cetitan first, I think. Mightyena's good a bit later. We can Artazon, and I want to Artazon for a Ralts here. Then I want to go for an Iono. I don't need Zoroark right now. I don't want to evolve it for no reason. I'd rather just try and find it again later. And this is a good hand for next turns because we can Nest Ball, grab another Zorua, and just pass to my opponent. So this isn't too shabby. We do want them to knock out first, obviously. That's what you always kind of want. We can go for an Arezu play next turn, which is what I do want to do. So play the Artazon, get another Ralts down. And now we're kind of just waiting to see what's going to happen here. I'm banking on them to kind of not know our strategy and to kind of just not attack us. They're going to get rid of their own Artazon, draw more cards, or sorry, and kind of just knock out us unwillingly. And then I want to go for an Electivire as well. I think that's my first priority, is going for an Electivire play to scare them. That's kind of the main thing. Then if they deal with Electivire, we can go into Mismagius, we can go into other stuff. Right now, they have two pieces in the discard pile. I'm going to get the Kirlia out. I'm going to start drawing a lot of cards, which is fine. I don't mind my opponent drawing cards. You know, it's very nice. Drawing cards is fun. You know, I like it too. They're going to go Worker. Getting rid of our Artazon, a little bit annoying, but we do have two others we can work with still. So it's not like the worst thing in the world. And yeah. We just kind of have to wait and see what happens here. I think they used all their refinements already. I'm just curious as to what they're going to do. Oh, no, they have the other ones. Never mind. And they're going to have a Path to the Peak, which is fine. They have their Shining Arcana still as well, so they can draw even more cards. Might attach an energy or two. But I don't see a... What's it called? I don't see attack or knockout coming out this turn. So we will just see what they decide to do here. They're going to... Okay, 1-1. That's pretty good. 2 top decks of energy. And I'm just guessing that's going to be a pass from them. So that gives us more time to set up and do our thing, which I like. I want to go for an Arezu play here. So I want to discard... I think I want to... I don't know. Do I want to discard Electivire and tip them off as to that I'm playing it yet? Or would I rather get like Mismagius and Kirlia and thing? I might rather do that, honestly. Because I don't see us attacking next turn. Or this turn, like this coming up turn, I don't see. So we're going to try and draw into it. Get rid of Mismagius. We will get rid of Manaphy. Isn't going to help us. Actually, we'll get rid of VIP. We don't need VIP ever. And that's probably going to be a good pass from us. Check out what they're at here. There's one Iono. An Iono here could be pretty rough. We're both at 6 prizes remaining, so I'm not super worried. Yeah, I really don't want to tip them off to the Electivire. That's my main plan, because if they can get a Manaphy down now, it'll be bad. But if we can get 1 or 2 Electivires off, we'll be doing really good. It would also be nice if they filled up their bench unknowingly. If they put down a Mew, and let's say they put down their V-Union, for example, and we're able to just go, okay, Electivire, 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 and there's nothing they can do, right? They're going to Ultra Ball here, probably discarding more V-Union pieces, would be my guess, or grabbing a V-Union piece from the deck. Also a possibility. They're getting rid of a Rescue Carrier and a Psychic Energy. So we'll just see what's going on here. Got me another Kirlia, gonna draw more cards. None of us want to take a knockout, so I mean, for them, they're getting an Iono S. Okay, that's a little bit rough, but that's okay because we got most of the value out of that Arezu. So I'm not super mad. Like, we can get rid of Slowbro, we can get rid of Flapple. That's all fine right now. We'll Artazon and grab our Ralts as well. So yeah, I'm feeling okay about this right now. There's another refinement coming down from them. Getting rid of Manaphy. Perfect. I don't want them to have that Manaphy in their hand anyway. So now if they can find a knockout and I can find my my friends in the deck, we will be having fun here. There's another Shining Arcana coming out. Suspecting at least one more attachment. Yeah, I'm gonna draw another one. They can attach for turn still. They can also Radiant Greninja. Okay, so putting Radiant Greninja down is good. Gives our Flapple more power. So we can knock out a Mewtwo V-Union because they have to power it up with Gardevoir. And they're just going to pass here. That's fine with me. That is fine with me. Best thing to do. First, refinement. I don't want to use the Ultra Ball just... Oh, I should have Artazon first. My bad. Definitely should have Artazon first. Play Artazon. We'll get our other Ralts down. We have our other Kirlia in deck, right? Yeah, we do. We'll get our other fella down. Refinement here. Get rid of Slowbro. And draw. We can grab Arezu. I don't even know if I want to use that just yet, though. Yeah, I think I'd rather pass, honestly. Like, I don't want to give them too much opportunity here. There's a Peonia coming from my opponent. Something really rough that could happen is if they get Mewtwo V-Union out and they Side Explosion taking out 2 of our Zoruas. That would be tough, but we do have access to one Artazon still other than the one in play, and we have both our Super Rods. So I'm not like super worried about that or anything. And plus, if they put down the Mewtwo V-Union, it's just very easy prizes for us. So I think they're kind of just taking their time, assuming we got a slow start. But who knows? Or maybe I'm not giving my opponent much credit. There's one V-Union. Discard to make it a total of 3. And another refinement means another V-Union to make it a total of 4. So they can put that V-Union into play, and if they do, I think we'll be in a good spot. Yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what they do here. They just need to find their Gardevoir EX. Use a Shining Arcana to draw more cards. I mean, if they don't take a prize, so we don't take a prize and we just deck them out, that's fine. I think our deck is a little bit more built for that than theirs is. So we just kind of have to see what happens here. They might still be looking for their EX. It might be in the prizes still. So that could be why they're refraining from knocking stuff out. Could just be a choice, you know? It could just be a choice. So we just have to wait and see. We're doing pretty good so far, I would say. I imagine this is like a boring game to watch, but I think it's a very important game to watch because you get to see how this deck plays. This is how the deck goes. They have an Ultra Ball, so they can get their EX if it's in deck. We'll see if they make the first move here. It would be interesting. I also think our buddy catch Gallade is prized. I just realized I didn't see it in the... Like, I don't remember it being in the deck, which is tough. There's their Gardevoir EX. Okay, so I think they're going to go for an attack now. That would be my guess. The other thing is we need to find our Escape Rope and or Switch. This is the V-Union. Maybe they'll knock out both Kirlias. That could happen as well. But they're going to prep that Mewtwo V-Union. Get it ready to go. And now I'm thinking, should we knock out the V-Union first? Probably. I think that makes the most sense to knock out the V-Union first and then save Electivire for later. Because they can take 2 prizes now. We can just Super Rod, awesome, bing bang boom, get them back. Yeah, what are they going to do? Are they going to Super Regen? That might be what they do. They don't have any other energy. Oh no, they just did a Side Explosion, never mind. Yeah, they're going to Side Explosion, probably 2 Zoruas, that's my guess. That's my guess, yeah. 50 makes sense. 20 makes sense. Yeah, perfect sense to me. And they have 2 damage counters left over, I believe. Oh, they're not even gonna knock out the other one. That's very ballsy. That is so ballsy. That is so ballsy. Okay. So now what I want to do is I can just take a knockout with Flapple, I believe. So I want to try and search the deck first. Should I play the Super Rod? No, I think I'll just play Artazon. Want to make sure Buddy Catch Gallade is in there. I can grab Zorua, that's good. He is not. Okay, I was right that in the fact that he's not in there. And, oh, we didn't have Switch, so we need to find Escape Rope. Okay. That's fine. That is fine. So, what's the best way to do this? I think we should... What do we have trainer-wise? We have Zinnia and Iono. Pal Pad, those should go back in case we need to draw more cards. We can Refinement away. A Luminous Energy don't think is needed right now. Actually, we don't even need Artazon right now. We can get rid of that. 2 reversals, okay, that's fine. We can... The thing is because we only have Rope, we're not going to be knocking out this V Union. So we can Refinement away. I think Arezu's fine to get rid of right now. We have Zinnia. What do I want to get rid of? Probably Super Rod and Luminous is what I want to get rid of. Found the Rope. Okay, awesome. And we get our other Kirlia. That's great. So what we can do here, this Mewtwo's immune to, what's it called? It is immune to damage counters, but not flat damage. So based on who we have here, we can, like, we couldn't get the boss play, but that's fine. Oh, we need to get Electivire, right? Okay. I'll evolve you. Get these 2 gone. Get Electivire. My good pal. We can Refinement this Electivire away. I'm getting another Zoroark. That's perfect. Now we can Escape Rope. Now, who do they want to give us? Is the question here. Giving us that Kirlia is fine. We still want to go into this Zoroark. Well, do we evolve into the other one anyway, I believe. And we go Phantom Transformation. We go into this Electivire. Yeah, we definitely do that. I think we want to... This Zoroark they can still knock out because they need 7 plus 8. That's 15. They can't exactly knock it out. We do want to go for a Super Rod here, though. And get these back. Just thinking if I should go for a Mabosstiff play, which actually might be the right call. So I'll go for Mabosstiff here. Put Mabosstiff in, because that's who they wanted up, so we can put Mabosstiff here. Intimidating Howl. See what they bring into the active. If it's Mewtwo V Union, that's fine. We could have Mabosstiff first. Okay, it's the other Gunner. That's okay, because we can now reversal. And boom, high voltage current, get a bunch of damage on the board, and we get to take a prize card here. So this isn't too bad, because we can kind of whittle away at their board. Level Ball's good, because we can grab our other Zorua now. And now, they actually can't retreat this Kirlia, unless they evolve it, and then do double Psychic Embrace to it. So that's my plan, is if we can stick them for a turn, we can make the rest of our match a lot easier. And the thing is right now, obviously, is we're not able to we're not able to use Reversal because we're even on prizes, right? So we have more time to kind of establish our board, but at this stage in the game, excuse me, we don't really need it. There's a Buddy Catch Gallade coming out, which they can now Psychic Embrace to retreat and do whatever. But I think they're at the point where they need to start attacking, or else they're going to be too decked out. And then that kind of forces us into our game plan. 5-5 prizes. They're going for the Iono. All of our reversals at the bottom, not great, but we have a lot of draw. So I'm okay as long as we can shuffle the deck. I'm not like super worried or anything. And they're just gonna pass. That's okay. I don't even know what I want to do here. Probably pass, honestly. Yeah, it's probably want to pass. I don't think I actually want to do anything else here. They could just not have the energy to retreat this Gallade. At the rate we're going, if there's no more shuffling, I just win based off deck out. So I don't really want to do anything else. I mean, I can't really do anything else. I'm not going to overextend my energy attaching. We have our Switch prize, so we got to wait. Their Pal Pad is rough, but we also have a... Oh, we used our Pal Pad, didn't we? Oops. We used our Pal Pad, didn't we? We did use our Pal Pad. Makes things more difficult. But we also have Iono, so we can just reset that after if they decide not to attack. There might just be a draw pass, kind of, yeah. Yeah, this is not the most engaging gameplay video, but it literally might just come down to who decks out. And because they had that Pal Pad, it might be me, but I have a Super Rod still, I think. Oh no, I used both of them. Yeah, I think I might just have lost the game then. Because there's no way for me to take a bunch of prizes here. Unless I can switch this Electivire. And the only way I'll be able to do that is if I manually attach to it a bunch of times and go for a Flapple. So this is what I'll do. I'll Zoroark, I'll Mabosstiff, and see what they bring up. Arcana Guardy. And now from here, I want to pass. See what they do. If they keep passing, then I should start probably getting Electivire ready to go. They have a reversal energy, so I think they were just waiting for energy to attack then. Okay, that's fine. I didn't expect that, to be honest with you. See, but now, not much we can do from there. I think I just want to end the turn. If they retreat into V-Union, we're in a little bit of a rough spot because I don't have any Zorua set up. But they're not going to. They don't want to knock out. They don't want to not activate my reversal energy. So what I want to do here is I want to attach and wait. I think I might want to bring up their V-Union here. But like there's nothing I can do until I can retreat this Electivire. So if I attach, they just knock it out, right? So what I want to do is attached to this Zoroark. That's what I want to do. Hopefully I'll be able to knock out that V-Union then, but I might have run out of steam by that time. We'll have to see what happens here. Like, this is a very challenging match. It's a lot of draw passing, not a lot of action, because this is Reversal Guardy. So, at the end of the day, someone's going to win this one, but it's not going to be through good means. Yeah, they're just going to pass. So I want to knock out their V-Union. I'm doing 250. That is enough. The thing is, yeah, I just have one reversal left, which is all I really need, to be honest. So attach this here. I'll retreat Electivire. Serena. Serena is Pokemon VS of V-Union. And we can knock out that V-Union. 340, and we can grab 3 prizes, which is good. We got the Switch, we got the Luminous Energies, those are good. Their turn now. The thing is, they have to take a knockout there. Like, they have to, they don't have choice. And now I can Mabosstiff and force them to spread more damage around, threatening a return Electivire. But now all I need to do is go for a Slowbro. Thing is my bench is too clogged right now. So I need to kind of let stuff get knocked out a little bit. So I'll bring Electivire up. I want it to get KO'd. Or maybe I bring Kirlia up. I'll bring Mabosstiff up. I think that makes sense. Bring up Mabosstiff. And we bench Zorua and we Intimidating Howl here. They're probably going to switch into Gallade, which would make sense. And they're going into Greninja. So I think I'll pass here. And then I can Iono next turn if I need to. Or I just have game. No, I don't have game. Wait, do I? Because I can Flapple potentially. If I boss up their... What's it called? If I boss up their Gardevoir, I have Flapple and I can take the KO. Here, what do I want to do here? Definitely evolve. That's definitely what I want to do. But now what do I do? Do I do the Flapple play? Or do I do Mismagius? Because if I do Mismagius, I can keep e-revoicing them. So maybe I do Mismagius. Flapple's only doing 200. So if they don't take a KO, I have 2 more turns to take a KO. But if I Mismagius, I can keep doing it over and over. Or I just go for the Flapple play, but then I risk not being able... No, I think Flapple play is still correct. Because I can threaten the KO, then they have to knock it out. And I still have time. So I'll attach this here. Bring up Gardevoir. And we Acidic Mucus to take 200. Now I threaten a KO with anything if they trigger reversal. And I have an Iono in my hand. I have 2 Ionos, so I can literally loop this for the rest of the game. I need to put the ball in their court and make them take enough knockouts to trigger my reversal so I can Slowbro. And they had the retreat, which is what I kind of figured. They go into Gardevoir. You can take a KO here. That's fine. That doesn't really matter to me. Yeah, that's okay. I'm literally just going to bench Zorua and Iono and pass. Now I'm also out of a switch, which is rough. Which I didn't actually think about. These are my only energies left, aren't they? So I think I have to go into Mabosstiff. I'll go to Electivire. Yeah, okay. So we'll play Zorua down, and Iono. All the cards back into the deck. And Intimidating Howl and a pass. And I think that's kind of the game there. That was a bit of a rougher matchup. I definitely think I misplayed by putting that Mabosstiff in play. But let's see what they do here. Maybe they'll make a mistake. I don't know. Because if they knock out that Electivire, then I'm fine. They don't have access to a boss. They have the boss. If they boss up Zorua, oh, they're not going to do anything. Yeah, I think that this, like, there's not much I can do here because I'm out of energies to retreat and attack with anything. So I think I'm just going to concede out of time's sake. So what do you think of my Zoroark box deck? If this Pokemon has any special energy, is insanely fun to play. Energy is a special energy. Cool. So you're going to be doing 220 damage for a single attachment. And I think that this deck has a lot of potential. Now we have this format Arcanine. I do have a couple of changes. One reversal energy with there, but I think for the most part the deck is more solid. If your opponent's active, or if you have any fire energy attached to this Pokemon, very good. Like I don't think counts as fire energy. You're going to be doing 160 in turns, and you also get to burn your opponent. But this is especially good against what's it called? Yeah. Of any cards of fighting weak Pokemon, such as Regieleki VMAX or Arceus Lost still a now we also have one Hisuian Zoroark in here with that Doom. So I might want to put something which can canceling Cologne in there because this is I was thinking of putting this card until I actually found it really. So I found out boss here. I started managing it a lot. Cologne Electivire. It has that Doom Curse attack, which will you know it says at the end of your opponent's next turn unless they switch card a million times. It's very good for stalling out a turn and forcing your opponent to have very cards, strong, which in the late game can be very difficult for them to do. Struggling with that, if you can just Doom Curse them and they don't have their switches, if they cards that I might have wanted their switching cards or their potentially as a double turbo energy, you can just assume Zoroark able to use Slowbro, not get a free knockout and also stall out prizes. So now we also have this Mismagius Tempest, which I think is actually really important in this deck. Spiteful Magic will is an ability that says this Pokemon's at full HP and knocked out by damage remaining. That's another card that I really on the attacking Pokemon. I like every Pokemon in here. I think against Lost Box, Incredible Purpose, this deck in a minute, and against any other deck, again, to stall out a turn. Spiteful Magic, they attack into you. They take 80 damage, and then you love it. I'm gonna play with Cetitan next turn and knock this once I figure it out. For now, this is what I'm working with. Thank you all so much for watching. Knock out most stars. Like the video if you enjoyed. Comment down below. What do you like about this video? Almost knock out a bunch of like X's. And change voice. Its attack is really strong. And yes, subscribe to the channel. Psychic energy or one Luminous energy because every single week for every type. You can put 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon. Done. Now that's really important. You're putting 2 damage counters on each of your opponent's Pokemon for the